Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We're here in the cut with the boy Pape. I heard your music, was aware for you where I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I was at Just John and Dom's show. And you know what that was like. I'm looking at the stage at first, and I'm thinking like first I thought you were like a streaker or something. I was like, is this supposed to be on stage? And then I forget who told me. Someone's like, oh no, that's Pape. Like he's going in, whatever. And then I think John said it a couple of times like, yo, shout out to Boy Pape doing this thing. And then I was like, okay, I see Pape's a hype, do whatever he knows, man's whatever. Then like I don't even know when later, like maybe like a few months later, like either you dropped a track or you I seen like maybe it's a video you did with Drew, but there was something that I saw your name on, and I was like, yo, this is the same dude. So it was like but a bunch of different times like, oh, okay, like, I get it now. But it's crazy because even when thinking about this interview, I had to like remember that I even saw you that time. I was like, oh yeah, like he actually was on stage jumping around like a crazy person.
Man, yeah, I don't know, man. I think like I just like to have fun, bro. Like I think it's fun to have fun, man. And like as much as I can do that and like help my friends out in the same manner, you feel me? So like just Sean's like a good homie of mine, and like I really support his art and like his crafts and the way he goes about things. And like any way I can help my homies out, and like I don't care if I look a fool in the process. You feel me? Like if it makes like my homies better and like it makes their vision like fulfill, you feel me? Like that's what I'm there for. And like yeah, man, it's fun to have fun, brother. Like it's just yeah,
I,
that's what I'm about.
that's a bar. That's a bar. It's fun to have fun. Is actually Robert not you added to the energy. That's why it was so memorable because you added to the energy where it was like that could have been your own show. Like that's the, like that's the energy you were adding. So I'm
Thank
100% there. I want to talk about the music because you really do this. Like you're one of the few people I could say is like actually trying to do something that's not everyone else's sound. You talk about Dylan before we started recording. He's another one of those guys too, but you're actually putting like work into the music. Like it's not some like cookie cutter nonsense. And I feel like that doesn't get appreciated enough, like just in
you.
general.
I first of all, thank you for saying that, bro. That means a ton. And like, um, yeah, I mean, I love this shit, bro. Like, I love
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I love music's just therapeutic to me, man. Like, I think there's a lot of like, uh, I'm definitely capable of like a lot of toxic things, and like, I think music stops me from a lot of that. And like being able to dissipate feelings and like emotions and shit through that medium is like really like profitable for me, and like just like emotionally, mentally, and like it yeah, it just like serves a purpose for me. So I think like yeah, you know.
On things that kept quiet, you were talking about how that's kind of how the name of the album came about because you were saying all the stuff on the project, but you weren't
Yeah.
always talking about it. Um, and I feel that too because there's some times when I can like even with my girl, like I could tell you I love you a million times, but I could find you the right Usher song to let you know how I'm really feeling.
Yeah.
And music is definitely like something that could do that for you. You said you made so many songs before things that kept quiet. Did you make a lot of songs in the same way before Good Guy Bad Summer, or were you just kind of had what you wanted already there?
Um, no, man. Like I, Good Guy Bad Summer. I think like this last project honestly was like, um, kind of like a way and like a completion of like what I was like looking for, I guess, in music and like what I wanted to sound like. And like I feel like Good Guy Bad Summer is like my first offering where I feel like that's like unapologetically me and like the me I'm
Mm,
proud to be kind of thing. And like things that kept quiet is um like it's I love that body of work as well. It definitely touches on like a darker time in my life. And like while I was going through it, I think it just like it tends to like tug on bad memories for me just because of like what I was going through. But I mean that's art in general. You feel me? Like it doesn't always have to be happy. Like that's not what it's about. Uh,
facts.
so yeah, I mean that's how I feel about both projects. I'm really happy with both projects. They're both from different parts of my life, and I think they both serve a purpose and like, yeah, where I'm going and wherever I'm going, you feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
I think like they both were things I wanted to get out, and yeah, I make a lot of music and not a lot of it gets released. And like the things that I released are are very purposeful for me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I feel like those ones serve their purpose that I wanted them to serve. You know?
Nah, it's interesting that you say that's the first project you feel like is totally you because I don't want to get to this song now, but this is what it reminded me of Red Lobster.
Yeah.
When Red Lobster was one of those ones I was like, oh, this boy's snapping. Like like a lot there's a lot of tracks where you have bars and you're saying some stuff, but like it just felt like it was effortless for you to even get into that bag in the first place. And then you said, you know, you have a lot of songs that don't get released. This year you were putting out some singles. So tell me about that kind of just being on that type of time, because I know that has to be a different space mentally
Yeah.
for you to want to put all these singles out.
Yeah, I think like mentally, I think that's the biggest change from like, I guess how I was moving before to how I'm moving now is a mental change to be real. And like, um, I think like everyone can attest COVID's been like a fucked up time for real. And like, I think it's also been a time for like, if you allow it to be, to like figure some shit out. And like, it's been that for me. And like to change my mental game um, just like where I'm at now and how I'm happy to be right now. And like I think it makes a big difference in the music that gets put forth because it I'm so sorry, I don't know what's going on there.
All good, all
Yeah,
good.
so I think like yeah, it sorry. Say your question again, my bad. It's just
No worries. I'm talking about being on that type of time where you feel like you want to release all this music, like you did
yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I think like being like more confident in like my mental state like right now and like being really with like the music I want to be out and being like just being really confident in like what I'm making and like going into the studio every day with a purpose. I think it's easier to put more of it out now because like there's a purpose served behind it and I know it. Like before, I can't lie to you, brother. Um like a couple years ago and like even a couple months ago, like just experimenting with a lot of like drugs and like just not being where I wanted to be for whatever reason. And like I think that came full circle and me just kind of figured it out. And like I tried to figure it out, you know, and just said like this is what I'm gonna do. And then if I'm gonna do that, like then let's do it, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I think it was just putting like my nose to the grindstone and just committing, bro. Like just like you have to take things out of your life to add things in. And like when I took things out of my life, I was able to put out more music and do the things I really wanted to do. And yeah.
Yo, you're coming with some crazy, crazy bars. You know that addition by subtraction, subtraction by addition. That's a big one right there. I feel you when you talk about like having your mind right in terms of being able to put out music more because you're someone who you got a lot of flavors. You know, on one project it could sound like a few different things. So it's like I like when you get to put singles out because someone might not get it to know all the different sides,
Yeah,
kind
man.
of your art.
I feel like that's like I don't know. You're up with a lot of things I want to talk about, bro. I love this interview for real. So this is great, bro. But I think like with branding and music and stuff, man, like I think everyone has to remember everyone is human, bro. So like the artists that are making this shit are like for them to be on brand, bro, that's sick. But like are they supposed to feel the same 25-8? Like
No.
are you fucking with me, bro? Like, you tell me you wake up, you're like, this all, shut the fuck up. You feel me? Like, just don't give me no bullshit. So, like, I'm a human, bro. So, like, I'm gonna put out music and and it's gonna change, man. Know why? Because people change. And, like, that's just how, I think that's how it should be. And, like, I feel there needs to be more humanizing in, like, this whole industry, bro. Because, like, yeah, like, these are all human, man. And there's, like, some fucking stupid ass white hair, gray hair motherfuckers on top, you know, just like saying how it should be when that's not how any of it really is. You feel me?
Yeah, we all people, so it's like it's crazy that people try to tell you to not behave like a person when you're a person yourself, so you
Yeah,
super should understand what's going on.
yeah,
But that's the only positive I think because of COVID is like a lot of people, especially in the art, like people are taking control of their art in terms of how they want to do things, creating and promoting, like all different sides. So it's like I feel like the time when people are going to tell us what to do is like it's going down slowly because you're right. Like we're human. There's no way that you can kind of get around um all of that. You said that Lost was your favorite song you ever made. My guess is that that's not true anymore. But tell me, what's the new
I've
favorite song
definitely
you've ever
changed.
made?
Yeah, I feel like I think because of the change in emotion, like because there's a switch up, because it's not all the same, because it's like it's fucking human. You feel me? Like I think that's why I like it the most, is because it's like it's structured, but it's like humanly structured. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
mathematically. It just is a song, bro. That when I listen to, I get like I feel like what I sought out to do in the song. Like I feel that when I listen to it, I feel what I felt in that point. Like that's all I'm trying to do. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. But like, yeah, I guarantee you, I got 10, 20 more songs that hit harder, like in that realm, that like that they're coming, bro. They're coming.
Lost hits, so that's big time. Because
Appreciate
like
that.
once I heard you say that was your favorite song, I went back listened to it again, and I was like, oh my, like I'm thinking about how much it hits if we don't even know who you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know this person like
Yeah.
personally. We don't know you personally. We just hear the song and it still hits. So I can imagine how that feels for you, like being the author of that, knowing everything behind that. Like
The
I'm excited to hear the rest that are kind of on that level.
Thank you, bro. That the song, like I guess, like it's portrayed as like a girl that I'm missing, but I actually wrote the hook the night my friend he died of an overdose, and I actually wrote the whole hook and like just like what I was feeling, just about like and like to think about it, like like just think about like what you're doing, kind of shit. Like that was all about like in real time. Like once I got the call, I got off and I wrote that, and yeah, man. Like I think that's why it's my favorite song. It's because like it is like emotion I really captured. That like I
Mhm.
really it triggered something, and like that's my favorite shit to make, man. And like I think when genuine emotion comes through, I feel like there's something to be said for it, and it's irreplaceable. You feel me? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
I
why.
I saw you talking about like your friend that kind of made you want to write that song. Like that's the kind of those are the kind of songs that I feel like should be priority on one's album. And we said about things are gonna change. Like I think that's what's changing is like that song should be a song that has to stay on the album. It feels like normally labels would tell you, maybe you could perform that once in a while if you feel like it,
Yeah,
like, and it's like a song like that should be like this automatically on the project.
yeah. Man, like I just love the things you're touching on, honestly, because like, bro, when you think about like labels that are saying that though, and like you think about the listeners, like if you listen, okay, out of all your homies, who's listening to top 40 that you fuck with,
Nobody, man.
right? Because that shit's
Nobody.
not real. Those people are like they're shells, bro. Like those are the
Facts.
shallowest people. Those are the shallowest people you meet.
Facts.
So you're gonna tell me like I'm not sorry, I'm not that. So like
Nah.
yeah, so that's just like of course I don't make that. You feel me? I'm not an
Mm-hmm.
empty bag. So like you feel me? Like it's just two and two. I feel like it just depends on how you look at it. But yeah,
No, no, 100%. It's like I definitely feel like you shouldn't be even because that music that people make that you actually feel is like, bro, especially during COVID. Like, I've been saying this for a long time. Like during this whole COVID thing, like a lot of new music, like if you're not talking about nothing real, like it's hard for me to listen to you. And it's like the decades of music of like the greats talking that real talk, like
yeah,
that's what you're up against. So
yeah,
it's like you gotta give your real
yeah.
emotions because if you're
You
not
gotta
doing that,
corrupt.
like
Yeah.
yeah, like it's a high bar to reach.
I,
Complacent, that's one of my I honestly saying one of my favorite track is on a 4-track thing is tough because I like all the tracks to be honest with you. But
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
complacent, the cadence you have in the chorus, I thought that was pretty interesting. Tell me about I guess kind of trying to say that a different way because I feel like that adds a little extra to the track.
Shit, man. I think like how that came about, I guess, in like in real time. So it's actually so I live with this one dude. He's my roommate, and like he like put me in the crib, but he's my guitarist now. Like he does a lot of guitar for me. He's not my guitarist, but like, he does a lot of guitar for me. His name's Matt Grassi. He's a good guy, like amazing music. You should check him out. But man, that guy just caught like me and him, we just vibe like really well, bro. And we have a home studio upstairs, and that's where I make most of the stuff. And Good Guy Bad Summer, like 99% of it was recorded up there and in my own spot. Like I love being self-efficient,
Damn,
being in the same spot. Like
that's cozy.
I love doing it like from my own resources. You feel me? I don't like
Mm-hmm.
help. in that sense. Even like with acting and stuff, I don't even have an agency, nothing. Like I like doing everything by myself as
Damn.
much as I can. But it was just with him, man. And like this guy, he provides great vibes. I can't lie. So like, yeah, I went up, bro. He's a great guitarist. He was just strumming, bro, just doing his thing. And bro, I don't know, man. I love to write, bro. I'm writing every day. So
Mhm.
he just caught me right place, right time, and fucking yeah, it just came about, man. And
You got a gem.
yeah, I mean, yeah, not to say, but I was definitely in a good mood because I guess that's what came up. But yeah, man, it's just yeah, I think putting yourself in like the right places with like the right people can attest for like good music
Mhm.
and like I think the more times you put yourself in situations like that, just good music will come out. You know?
Nah, I agree with that. What I like about your writing style, and honestly, the two people that I think of when I think of you are both super legends. So you're in a good spot. It's Skepta and Kid Cudi.
Okay,
And
yeah. Oh, brother. Oh man.
and
Okay, yeah.
and the thing that you do that they do is you start with the vulnerable sentence or the vulnerable thought and then go into kind of the more songwriting part of it. And I think that's like makes it so special because someone's not really going to miss those messages as much because you put them kind of either in the chorus or at the beginning of what you're trying to say. So there could be all these clever bars that maybe might stand out to someone, but
Right.
you kind of put that clear thought right ahead. In Phone Down, you do that, and I feel like Phone Down is like literally almost a perfect example of you putting those two together. Talk about Phone Down and just like the message behind that as well, and then kind of making the song sound like it does.
Um, I think with phone down, um, and like making it, I guess like how I made it sound like that, or like I guess like
Well,
the vulnerability. Okay.
mhm.
Yeah. Which part to break? Sorry, my head moves fast, bro. I think vulnerability for I think is really important for um everything is about like convenience right now for people, right? So I think that the first bro, people don't have time. So you better say something like correct,
Facts.
quick, because like myself, bro, I'll listen to a song for 15 seconds. If it doesn't hit, next. Like, so I think it's
Mm.
really, and like, just that's just the way of the world. Everything's convenient. Everything's at your fingertips. Like a feeling can be at your fingertips by the touch of a song, and like you listen to it, you feel me? So like, if you have to provide that feeling, whatever you're going
Mm.
for, I feel it's really important to establish that early on because like, yeah, people don't have the time and like the attention span they used to, and like. I think the listener also just deserves to feel what they came to feel immediately. So
Mm.
that's why I structure it the way I do, I guess.
Nah, I rock with that heavy. Like to me, those are like music where people are just not saying anything. The older I get, by the day, by the month,
Oh
like
yeah,
I
saturated.
got I got less and less time for that. And it's like I can like someone's sound, but you gotta understand, like if Jay-Z got 14 albums out talking about his real life, and
Yeah.
you gonna sit here and talk about bitches that you don't have. And which one am I gonna choose
Yeah.
to listen to? So it's like
Yeah, exactly. And which one's gonna get like which one like just in your day is gonna like propel you to do the things you want to do? Like not some fugazi shit that's just like and like
mhm.
it's just you're a product of your environment in simplest terms, brother. And like I think that's the most important is like just like you make your environment, you decide what your environment is. Like you better make it a healthy one. Like I don't know, yeah, that's yeah,
You had the line on Red Lobster, and I wasn't even sure if you actually said this because it's hilarious. You said it seemed like you in love. That shit cheesed me.
yeah, yeah.
That like if there's any bar on your album I can relate to, I definitely can relate to that because that used to
And
get me
like
bent.
man, okay, so okay, I could this okay. If I'm being real, this came from like the Timberlake tour because, bro, it was stupid, bro. But like wherever I was, it was just like, and it was like low key creepy, bro, because it was like 8-year-olds were there and 40-year-olds were there, and like they're all just
Crazy.
staring. I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was just mad weird. It was mad weird, and but like, bro, like it was weird, man. Like it was just mad weird, but like everyone's looking at you like they're in love, and like it just started making me mad because I was like, you don't know me, like like
Facts. I
I'm
feel
like, what?
that.
I'm on stage. What fucking city am I in? Like, I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's just
Fake
fake.
love.
Yeah, it's just fake, and like people get super up by like weird shit these days, man. And
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. I like in that same breath, like I think like for in my point in my career, maybe I wasn't like ready to be on that like stage with JT because like I get it from a business perspective, I get it all that, but like emotionally, maybe I'm just like I'll never be there to like be like you just accept this shit. Like it's just weird to me, man. So
I don't. To me, like just the fact that you're not with the fake love is like that's not that to me at least that's not weird because it's like even I think that's the difference that people see is like if the love is magnified, if people think it's less fake, but if it's more people or if it's more
yeah,
love.
because just because there's 23,000 people that don't know you doesn't make it any more real. Like they still don't know you, dude. Like like just like get a grip on yourself, figure it out. Like people are just so up. I don't know. People get so up in themselves, man. It's just funny, bro. It's funny. It's funny.
Nah, I don't. It's like, are y'all even alive? Like y'all are robots right
Yeah,
now.
bro. Just going through motions. I don't know.
No, I feel it's weird because even as like me as a fan, like I can't even picture myself being at a show and just going nuts for the opener who I never like. Even if I rock with them, even if they play some proper tracks, like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like
be there like
bro,
this
the,
is
the, the fucking track we played was unreleased. Nobody knew it. Like, you feel me? Like, give a buck. Like, yeah, nobody knew it, but they were all acting like they knew it. And I was like, this is fucking weird. Like,
that's wild.
this
That's
is
wild.
weird. Like, but that's what we're dealing with, bro. Like, that's the kind of people that we're dealing with now. It's just like everyone's a product of the internet, and like everyone's human, but like everyone's like there's a lot of fucking robots already that are human because they don't have any feelings of their own. Like, but
Which is crazy. Yeah, it's like yeah. Oh, that made me think of. I went to see Alabama Shakes maybe 3-4 years ago,
okay.
and me and my girlfriend at the time were maybe the only black people in the crowd. And they did their first song, and me and her get up out our seat, and we started dancing. No one else moved.
Yeah.
No one else moved. And literally, it's in the ACC, so all you see is like the two of us like standing up and everything, and
Yeah.
and no one says anything to us though.
Just looking though.
They're looking at us, and I said, "How do y'all pay money for a concert, put on your best pair of slacks to sit down? This is
You're having
crazy."
a bad time. You pay money to have a bad time? Like, that's the way. Like, people care so much about outer. Like,
for
bro,
real,
go enjoy yourself. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy.
At a concert is the craziest place to have that energy. Like, if you want to be a follower everywhere else in your life, go ahead, be a follower. But if you at a concert, for you to act like that, this should be a safe place for you to wild out. Like,
wild out, yeah. Like, what? Man, I went to Childish Gambino, like, at ACC. Bro, like, I was in the upper deck. I guarantee he saw me. Like, bro, I was going. You feel me? Like, like that's, if you're there for an artist that you love, bro, like show them you love it. Like,
come on,
from an artist perspective too. Like, you like Toronto's really good at being too cool for everything. Like Toronto, bro. I'm from New York. I'm not from here, so I'm born in New York, bro. I'm not from anywhere, honestly. I lived in Oklahoma City. I lived in LA. I lived here. Lived everywhere, bro. I'm a mutt. But like, bro, they do this shit here weird. Like, a lot of times, bro, they do some weird shit. And like, that's not speaking for everybody. Like, a lot of people in the industry are cool. Like, a lot of them are cool. But like, the people
really
that like think they're in the industry are weird, bro. Like, there's some weirdos out here. And like,
it really be happening
to the States and shit like that. And just like this sense of like connection, like, just in music, like in LA, like for example, or like you feel me, like it's completely different here. So high school clicky here compared, like it's different, bro. And like I can't wait till that shit uplifts and everyone drops the ego because like everyone thinks they're sick and like I don't know, bro. Like
just I think that's gonna be done. That's my hope. I'm like, hopefully when this panoramic is over and we can all go back outside, I'm like all that cool stuff could be done because I'm telling you right now, like I was never rocking with it. I hate that.
Yeah, just be a human. Like And like it's funny too, because these motherfuckers, everyone walks around, but like just the way, like I don't know, man. I'm getting too deep into it. But,
No. I
yeah,
know it's it's mad annoying, especially when it's like you don't need to do that. Like like
yeah,
you need to,
yeah.
yeah. This question we ask
Internet's
everyone on the
a crazy
show.
thing, brother. I don't know.
We ask everyone's question on the show, and they say the top 5 people in your life help you be you and help you kind of stay who you are.
Okay.
Who are the top 5 people in your life? And again, it doesn't have to be a 5. The 5 can be a 2 or it can be a 10. Just who are the people in your life you want to give a shout out to who kind of help you be you?
My dad first and foremost. Yeah, my dad.
Big shout out to
Uh,
Pops.
yeah. That's my guy, bro. Like just like as far as just like being a human and like just being like who you are, that's like who I exemplify myself after, and like that's like who I like want to be in the fullest. Um, and yeah, like that's my guy. And then yeah, like both my parents, bro. Both my parents are. My mom was amazing too. Like I came from a good household, like and just like from a lot of love, not a lot of money necessarily, but a lot of love. And like I think that's super important. And like love can equal something money can't a lot of times. And like um,
Facts.
and then I think like just the people I surround myself with. I think like Paco, my manager, like he's like one of my best friends now because of like um I think because I just want to see him win so bad. He wants to see me win so bad, and like it's just a genuine connection. But like, um, yeah, like everyone that's like everyone I'm working with is also like in my like top 5 circle kind of thing too. But like I think that's super important to like keep people that matter, like 100% without status, without anything, like people that matter, that make you feel good, like have those people around because like there's nothing that can amount to that ever. And like, yeah, I think like my parents, bro, my parents are a great example. My manager, my best friend Jacob Robson, he's in the Detroit Tigers organization. But I
Okay.
talk to him like every other day kind of thing. He's in Australia right now, like playing baseball there because there's no COVID. There's like 14.
Uh,
Bro, he was the 14th case of COVID in Australia. I was like, bro, you suck.
that's nuts.
But yeah, like just homies like that, man, that like have goals, like and like just like unapologetically driven. You feel me? And like want to see people around them that are like the same amount of driven, like everyone just helping each other like that. You feel me? And like this is it's just an energy you understand when you're around it, you know? And like those are the people I always surround myself with. And anyone that comes with an energy is who I choose to surround myself with.
Nah, you gotta have people on that same frequency as you, like as well as like driven is part of it, but the other part of it that like people who don't have it, I think, take for granted is like want to see you win. Because you could be people who's driven, but they don't want to see you win. So it's like
Yeah.
getting
That's their
people who got a mix of both.
yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah, I think like yeah, there's balance to everything. I think this is it's like it's not a good thing to be like too emotionally invested or just like financially like the business wise invested like whatever. But I think like it's super important to have a balance. But I feel like all the people I surround myself have like a really good sense of that balance, at least in my terms, that like make it relevant for me and like make me want to be progressive and productive.
I almost like forgot to ask you because we've been just talking
So
this whole time.
I move,
But
bro.
not for real. But I want to ask you about 2021, like kind of what your plans are. Do you got like a project coming? Like I feel like I had to ask you before I forget.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So I have like a whole campaign coming out. I'm not gonna get like too deep into it, but it's Bad Winter. It's a collection of songs. And I'm really excited for people to experience that, and that'll be coming out like closer to spring. Just kind of like Good Guy Bad Summer. I like to like once the season is over, once it's like completed, then I like to
Yeah.
reflect. So, but that I guess body of work is like from last year, like even like I've been working on it forever. So, that body of work is ready to come out now. Um, I got a lot of stuff happening this year, man. Like I'm just super excited to see how people receive it. But I can promise I'm gonna go harder than I've ever gone. Like, and the most music is gonna come out, and like the most visuals and like the most content I've ever released is coming this year. And like that's all I can promise. I'm really excited to see how people receive it, and I'm working my ass off to make sure it goes as well as I can make it go well. So I'm just excited to see how people receive it, man. But Bad Winter, is definitely something to look forward to. Um, there's a bunch of singles coming, man. I like, yeah. There's gonna you're gonna see my name in a lot of spots this year. I'll just
I,
yeah,
listen. I know the fans are happy to hear that. Like, there's no one complaining about one music from Boy Pape. Like,
appreciate you,
put
man.
put out as much as you want, bro. As much as you want. As much as you want.
Thank you, dog.
Uh, this is gonna be the last one. We do a segment on the show called Wednesday Wisdom. Our boy Brandon Gibbs every single week has a new motivational quote or saying that he kind of breaks down for us to keep us going. Is there something that you remember that you tell other people when they're going through something that kind of keeps you strong when you're feeling low?
Yeah. I think like right now I'm taking a lot of risks, like as far as just like where to even put money and stuff, and like I feel like and just like yeah, ways to like branch out when everything's kind of limited right now. And I think something I would tell people is like hindsight's 2020. Like I have a really good like I do a really good job of beating myself up like in the
Mm-hmm.
moment once I know better. But once you know better, you know better. And like I feel like not enough people like give themselves credit right now for like this is a bad time for people being inside and like just being like really like I know a lot of my homies like have switched up or they're just like more introverted and shit. And like I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's super important to like um yeah, like I think hindsight's 2020 and like I think that's really real because of like something that happened like this. I'm not gonna talk about something that happened this morning, but like, yeah, I think like hindsight is like really clear and like for next time. So like when you take, yeah, I don't know, man. I think like just yeah, like take risks, and then if it doesn't work out, you just refine what you don't want, and then you're
Mm.
closer to what you want. And
Okay, I like that.
I feel like not enough people take risks and like really go for what they want, and like just like yeah, doing something you don't want is just getting you closer to figuring out something you do want. But like, just keep doing things. Like, just for anybody that's listening, I would say. But yeah,
Not taking the risk is a big one. I feel like we don't even use that those words enough. I feel like we say things like try new things or follow your heart,
yeah,
but we avoid saying risks
risk. Yeah,
to make it sound safer when it's like once you get there it's not going to be safe. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
take that risk.
Embrace it, and like
Mm,
yeah, like just like figure yeah, like if it is something, whatever it is that like. If it's something you like doing and it's hitting, like then do that. If it's not, then don't. But like, yeah, just like I feel like it's a really good time to like just like figure yourself out if you have, because everyone has the time to right now. And I think like just in the way I've seen like the world move with like just everything, man. Like this is Black History Month and like Black Lives Matter is happening, and like there's such a divide in the world. I would love to talk about that too. Like
mm,
and I don't necessarily think I'm the person to talk about it because I've never been through any of that. Like
mm,
I'm a white man, right? And
mm,
I'm in Black hip hop. Like I'm in this industry fully because I'm a guest and like because it has been
mm.
provided by like the Black community to build this shit. And like just but seeing like a divide and like just in everything, bro, is so crazy to me, man. And bro, yeah, I think yeah, it's just there's so much like just fucked up in the world. If you ask for one piece of advice, bro, I can't give one piece of advice, man. Like there's just so much that, like just triggers me, man. It just like sets me off, bro. But um yeah, man, I think like just yeah, love is so important, and like and just like taking chances, do things you love, and like love what you do, and like love
Mhm.
love who you're around. Like I think that's the most important thing, because like when everything's stripped, like a lot of things are stripped from us right now. I think like that's something you can really focus on, and like you can really like bank on your happiness being there.
Fact. No, I like that one about love what you do, love people around you. I feel like people gotta take a love more serious. Like if you start every day with love, and love is what's gonna guide your actions. You're gonna be in a way better place than anything else.
Yeah, man. And like, yeah, I think yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know, man. Like yeah, the world's fucked right now. So
Yo,
uh
you are
I
not
think like
lying.
just in every sense of the word, like there just should be way more love around. Like I could get
Mhm.
emotional about this shit for real, but because like it makes me sad that ass. But like, yeah, there should be just like way more love like between people, and like um yeah, They're just like, it's crazy, man. But yeah,
No,
I think how I feel. But yeah,
no, I like. I can kind of feel what you're saying because I really had like my moment with that last year when it's like people are just taking like everything and everyone for granted, and
yeah,
it's like
and
and it's like
negative. Like everything's negative, and like nothing's positive anymore. You know, everyone is
yeah,
saying like, just like be happy. Like just like I don't even know,
yeah,
bro.
no,
Like,
it's because like I remember when basically as soon as the NBA shut down, I just moved back home. My lease wasn't even up yet. I just came.
as soon as the NBA
I,
shut down, I was out.
I was like, yeah, I'm out. I came back. I came back home, and like everyone's talking negative about the pandemic, and I gotta
Yeah,
do. And I'm like, yo, like I get to hug my mom every day. Like what?
right,
Like
right,
I'm I'm like how how many people get to hug their parents every day? Like even people who live with their parents don't get to hug their parents every day. So
bro.
now that
Yeah,
I'm back at the crib, what like what I'm saying?
bro. Yeah.
That's something I'm gonna take for granted. So it's
That's
like
a luxury is like right now I can't hug my dad. My dad's sick.
mhm,
And like I'm down here, right? So like
mhm,
that's my favorite person in the world. I can't like he lives like 30 minutes away. I can't go see that
mhm.
man though. So like just yeah, things like that, bro. Just like be happy with what you got, bro. Like in every sense of it. And like, yeah, definitely go for more, like in every sense, but
Mhm.
like, do it out of a place of love and like passion and like from a
Yeah.
good spot instead of like, I'm gonna get mine. Like, nah, bro. Like that's never gonna suffice
It's
like what's going on because it's just getting bro, like everyone's on their phone all the time now. Like, you can see how bad it's getting, bro. I don't know. This is all I think about, man. This is all I think.
uh, no, honestly, I think about it too. It's crazy because it's like I, I thought everyone would be like. I guess people are more, but I thought everyone would be more this type of time with what's going on. Like you see your uncle or you see a family member, you see someone like in the hospital. You might think twice and be like, you know what, like let me move differently. Let me
Yeah,
move with
yeah.
love. Like
Yeah, exactly. It's a
and it's
little
like
reminder kind of shit. Yeah.
I don't even see that all the way, and it especially I see it like you got it's your people who are close to you, like first and foremost. That's what you gotta like care about. Like all the internet folk who you don't really know like that and whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying you got to people who's close to you. Like that's what you got to be FaceTiming every day. Like stop trying to talk to
Yeah.
whatever stranger upon the apps. Like like you got to really who
Yeah.
you care
Wait,
about.
yeah.
Who you
Like,
care
right.
about.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying that's to be first and foremost. So it's like even now in this time you would think it'd be more of that, but it seems like everyone's just conditioned already, and it's like I guess it's too far in the conditioning to change.
Oh, yeah.
But I freaking feel you, bro. I freaking man. Honestly, like this is next when the project drops. We'll talk about the project. We'll talk about this. We got a whole nother talk to talk about because I feel like this could have been a whole nother conversation.
Bless you, man. Yeah, no, I'm down to talk whenever you're down to talk, my guy. I appreciate
No,
your time too, man. Like,
say less.
appreciate
Say
it, man.
less.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been dope, bro. So yeah, this is a lot of good questions too, man. A lot of things I actually want to talk about. So I really appreciate your time, bro.
Thank you. If you're listening to the In the Cup podcast for the first time, make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube as well, on Spotify. Leave us a rating and a review, 5 stars, not a single star less. And make sure you listen to the Cool Table every Wednesday live at 11 a.m. That's CJRU 1280 a.m. But until next time, know yourself, know your worth.